Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are discussing contouring, but contouring made easy. This is not going to be a super long video. I'm basically sharing with you all the tips and tricks that I've been using for so many years and all of the mistakes that I've personally made with contouring, what to buy, what not to buy, what kind of contouring you should be using for your own skin. So let's get started. Let me show you how to contour easily, professionally, and get that beautiful sculpted look. Let's get started. Now remember, these are my opinions, so if you have a preference and you do things differently, that is completely okay. You are welcome to do whatever makes you feel happiest and look your best. These are tips that I've learned over the last 15 to 20 years, so I'm just sharing my knowledge. Now, as we get into this, I do want to say that today I'm using a powder contour, but you can use a liquid contour. I happen to have a few contours from Kevyn Aucoin. Now, these are powder and they're matte. So that is the first tip that I want to, let me show you what it looks like. The first tip that I want to share is that when you are using a contour, you want to make sure that it doesn't have any sparkle, it doesn't have any shimmering, any shine, any glitter. This is a matte product, whether that's liquid or powder. The first step is just make sure that you don't have any glistening, glittery, unnatural things going on, because what we're trying to do is we're creating shadows. So that's how we're going to shape and sculpt and kind of contour that illusion into our cheekbones, into our jawline, into our brow bone. All of that is because we are creating an artificial shadow. And so you have to do that with a natural looking product. Now, the second tip is when you are selecting a contour shade, you do not want to go in with your regular bronzer. And the reason why is because your bronzer is going to be too warm. It's going to typically be more on that orangey, warm brown, sun-kissed look, and that is not a good contour color because it's not a natural shadow. So the great rule of thumb is to go for a product that looks more like an ash gray neutral tone brown. So as you can see here, this is very neutral. I have two shades here. This is medium and this is light. So you can see they're both matte, they're both powder. I think for my skin, I'm actually going to go in with the medium and just see how that looks. And we'll see. We'll play around with that and see. But I think medium for today. And just for a quick example of a bronzer, I just have this palette right here from Tarte. But look at the bronzer in this kit. So as you can see, this is the bronzer here. Look how warm this is compared. Now, personally, what I do is I like to apply my primer, foundation, and powders before I go in with my contour. I typically do my contour before I'm doing any type of blush products, any bronzer, or any highlighter. So right now, that's the stage that I'm at. I have my foundation and my powder on, and now we're going to apply the contour. And I'm going to use medium. Now, let me just take a little bit of this on my finger and show you what this looks like. Look at that. That's actually a lot of payoff. This is the light and this is the medium. So obviously the medium. Honestly, I think the crease blend that I have from Mint Pear is going to work really well. It's like this feather light crease blend. You always see me using this brush in my crease and to contour my nose, but I feel like for this powder bronzer, that is just going to work really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit on this brush and just test this out. Now, let's start with the cheek. When you're thinking of the cheek, what do you want to do with the cheek? Typically, you want to lift and make your cheek look more full because that's going to give you that more youthful look. So what we're going to think about is starting from the top of your ear and going to the bottom of your nose. And typically, you want to keep that here and not drag it below that cheekbone. As you can see, if you suck in your cheek, you want to stay right at that point below your cheekbone, not down into the hollow, or what's going to happen is you're going to drop your cheekbone, which is the opposite of what we want to do. So let's think about it right by that top of your ear going to your nose. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. If you put too much on, that's okay. We're going to blend this out, but you just want to start with a light hand. Now with contour and your cheeks, I would not go beyond the center of your pupil. I would stop right there because it will just look unnatural if you're coming all the way in. So that's also a nice rule of thumb. I like to dedicate one flat top kabuki for my contour, and what I will do is I will just take the corner edge and I will just buff it out. Now with your cheek, you don't want to go down, you want to kind of buff back and up. Now remember, I don't have any blush, I don't have any bronzer on, so this is strictly just my foundation and this contour. Now look how beautiful and sculpted that is compared to the other side where I don't have any contour on. Do you see how nice and sculpted and lifted that looks? You can already see that. I barely put any on. But that's the effect. Now, the other tip that I want to say is we all know that person that we see in real life where the contour does not look natural, it doesn't look blended in, it's the wrong shade. So it is so important that you do this in a very subtle, light-handed, natural approach because even if you feel like you can't see it, it is there. It's going to have the effect that you want, but it's not going to have the negative effect, which is just way too obvious and way too unnatural looking. So when you're going in with contour, just make sure that you use a very light hand. It's going to get the job done, I promise. Now let's move on to the jaw. Now, what is the number one step or goal for contouring your jaw? Obviously, we want to have that nice clean line. So when we're dealing with, double chins and like that extra skin, we want to make sure that we're trying to create a shadow. I'm going to start at the back of my jaw, and I'm just going to trace that all the way under my jaw. Earring shadow, sorry about that. Here, let's see. I'm gonna hold my earring back. You go like this, and just go right under your jaw. Don't worry about the line. It looks really obvious right now. Just wait. Go ahead and take your brush of choice that you're going to use. I'm going to use my Mint Pear Kabuki, the flat top, and I'm going to blend it down into the shadow of my natural jawline shadow. And just blend that into your foundation. It's very subtle, but it is there. Now, one of my favorite parts of contouring is the nose and right into the eyelid, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. So again, taking that crease blend, taking off any excess, I like to start right above my fold, and I will just feather this into my nose, under my brow. I connect my brow. That's very important. Make sure that you're getting your brow. And then I do little circles. And then I do this little wing. And I just flick it out. I was a little heavy-handed, so you can see this, but this will help you to see the pattern. And you just do little circles and blend that out. Now what that's going to do, as you can see, it lifts the eye, it lifts that area, it just opens your eye. It gives more of that dimension when you go right above the fold of your eyelid. Now the important part, get a little bit more on your brush. From your brow, go very narrow into the nose and go right down the bridge of the nose. I like to contour with this brush because it feathers it out. It makes it look so natural. You don't get these harsh lines. Absolutely love it. And then again, if it's too much, you can take your concealer brush and just blend it in a little bit. Doesn't that look amazing? I love it. This, like, is one of my favorite tricks about makeup. I just think that opens and lifts the entire face. The cheekbone just completely changes. You can see the difference. And then again, if you want your nose contour to be a little bit more defined, I know people really want to bring that in, take a smaller brush. So this one right here is the Soften and Smudge by Mint Pear. Look how thin that is. And you would just take this. You see me use this brush for my winged eyeliner, which I can do with this contour as well because that's just going to be a really beautiful shade. Look at this. I mean, I can go crazy with this contour. Let me show you what it looks like when you want to go thin on your nose. Just go all the way, connect your brow. Take it in very thin, blend it in. Very forgiving contour. And you'll just go right in. And then go back over that with your concealer brush and blend it out. You can see my nose shifted over from the contour. And then I'll just repeat that on the other side. But before we do that, let me go up and show you because I do want to show you a side by side before I do the other part of my nose. So now that I've done that eye, let me show you the next part. So take some more on your brush. And now for the people like me that have a little extra room on their forehead, I love contouring the forehead because this is going to help reduce that space. So you can see I'm not being super light-handed, but I will take that back into my hairline. This blends so well. It looks like mud right now. That's okay. I'm gonna take my flat top kabuki brush and blend that back into my hairline. Those of you that have followed me for years, you've seen me do this all the time. I love this trick, but as long as you make sure that you get that in your hairline, and then if you know, when you blend out into your hairline, it's just gonna look perfect. And if you need to go back over that with your foundation brush and just kind of blend that in, look at that dimension. Like you can see it just looks sculpted. It looks like not too intense. There's not a lot going on, but you can definitely tell that there's just this beautiful sculpture and just beautiful lines. I love contouring so much. Let me finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. While I complete the other side, another point that I want to make is if you are using a liquid contour, the step in which you would put a liquid contour is right after your foundation, but before you're putting on your setting powder, because of course you want to lay down all of your liquid products before you use a setting powder or a bronzer or a powder blush. So just remember that that is going to happen when you have your liquid products before any powder products. One last trick that I always share is you can literally make your lips look fuller by just using contour. So just taking this little crease blend with a little bit of contour, just go right underneath. And there you go. I mean, my lips look so big. Look how natural that looks. It's like magic. I honestly feel like that contour did such a great job with the warmth. I don't even need a bronzer. I'm gonna put on a little bit of Huda's. Oh, isn't this the cutest blush ever? Oh my gosh, what are you? Baby pink. And I'm using one of Huda's blush brushes here. I like to just do this thing where I hit all four. Oh, so on top of your contour, you'll just go right on the highest point of your cheek and go back towards. Look at that blush. Ooh. Just bring some color in. And if you get too much, you can just blend it out with your foundation brush. So pretty. just on that high point of your cheek. You're just gonna blend that into that contour. So adorable. And there you have it. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I'm such a fan of contouring, obviously. I think it's magic. I think it's one of those things that you can play with. You can really explore with contouring and it doesn't have to be intense. So I hope this was helpful because these are the easiest tips and different advice that I can give on contouring, especially with color selection and product selection. But if you do have any other questions, just leave your comments below. I'm always here and happy to help. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel so that we can see each other in other videos. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you again. Take care.